Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Has Tentacles, our Call of Cthulhu 7th edition weekly role-playing game. What's up, guys?
Hello. What up?
So, let's
Fun fact, XYLYL bromide has a pleasant aromatic odor.
Woohoo! That means people can tell where it's around.
That means people are going to be like, something smells good, and they're going to get closer to it. It's perfect.
And they're going to start crying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When I was doing chemical training in the military,
They're
like,
literally going to start crying, yeah.
like, if you're in a combat zone and you suddenly smell fruit, put on your gas mask, because you're probably dying.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Why do deadly things smell so good?
So should we do the recap now?
Yeah, we should do the recap now. You know the fun fact about this? You only have 3 people to choose from.
Yeah, but it's really only 2 because
Yeah, this
I can't do a legitimate recap, honestly,
Yeah.
because I
you weren't that involved.
yeah, I wasn't that involved.
Roll dice, come on. It's the chicken or the Turkish guy?
Let's go for the Turkish guy. The chicken seems to be eating.
Okay.
Chicken's hungry.
Chicken's hungry, yeah. So if you're gonna be a chicken, you need to do this whenever you eat, you know? You need to do this with your head whenever you eat. There we go. Okay, so let's see what happened last month. So we had a couple of bakers, where it was Brad and Distracted Elf's character, and they started having awful dreams of demons and their mother being just nailed on a cross and gutted and so on. Horrible, basically. And eventually those dreams turned out to be a curse. We uncovered a whole gigantic plot weave where their mother made a pact with the devil and then did not expect it and tried to break it. So we basically were trying to help them. We tracked down a book called the Marios Maleficarum that had a secret chapter of breaking curses. Yujoon, mute yourself, please. And after that, we sent in Distracted Elf's character to recover the book. That was the most epic piece of role-playing I may have ever seen, where she basically committed suicide. In a way, she could have gotten away, but she didn't.
It was like 100 to 1.
Yeah,
thing.
it was 100 to 1, but the role-playing was amazing. I just didn't mention that.
It was truly
great.
epic.
And she died, and Brad's character was her brother. Kind of went a bit just loony, just a bit, and the adventure ended. That's about it. We don't know what happened to Brad. He was sent to the hospital.
You're forgetting a big point, and that is George being a fucker.
What did I do? Besides
Again.
You're forgetting like all the witch stuff.
Oh yeah. We basically found out there was a covenant of witches, and their mother was part of it. So we tracked down the witch. She tried to kill us, so we captured her, and we brought her back to my warehouse, and we interrogated her. And that's actually Yaboi interrogating her. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
What else? The witch got away. You guys saw that. Witch having tea time. What, am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything.
I think you have the broad strokes down, like the most important things.
You ditched Brad.
Oh, of course I ditched Brad.
He lost his shit.
That's
don't know
not
that.
nice.
Have you not seen the pattern yet, Yabo? Like, oh, someone's dying.
No,
I'm gonna leave.
Oh yeah.
Basically what happened.
He's smart, right?
Yeah, George is about self-perseverance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bounty hunter. He's not gonna be a hero. He's there for the money.
That is the reason I didn't pick George for my background.
George's secret endgame boss.
So
Yeah.
I want to solve the mystery. George is Cthulhu.
Well, I like how George is slowly getting more and more interested in occult stuff. Like he's getting more and more into it. It's pretty cool. So one thing I want to remind you before we actually get into this is if you have checked any boxes on your character sheet with its skills, uncheck them. And every time you succeed with a skill check, you get to check the box for that, and that means you get to do an advancement thing at the end of the adventure if you survive. If you use luck points for that success, you do not get to check.
Okay.
I love it that I'm not the only guy with an accent
like
now
that.
that mispronounces his words.
Hmm?
I love it. I'm not the only accent guy that mispronounces his check. That's what I do. That's literally what people always tell me. It's like, what's the W, man? Why are you not pronouncing the W?
Don't worry. I don't have an accent as far as I'm aware, and I still mispronounce things, so... you're,
Yeah, me neither.
yeah, me neither.
What are you talking about accents?
What? What's going on here? See?
Let's get into this.
Yeah, it's raining
so
outside.
it's the same day
Yeah.
that you got down to the crime scene. Let's just start a couple of days.
So, Chriz, Chuky, and Poultry are all at the crime scene right now, right?
Okay.
Yes.
No, let's do it the day after instead. That's better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna change this. Cool. And let's.
So
make it
we've
more-
at least seen the crime scene. I think there was nothing weird about the crime scene, right?
Yeah,
It looks like essentially looks like a mafia killing.
yeah, pretty much.
He was sleeping with the fishes.
Slave on officials.
So, morning the next day, you hear someone knock on the door to your hideout. Like you're.
Me?
Yeah.
Dush, dush, dush.
I check with it. I don't open the door. I have like a small, as a,
Yeah.
a slit
Yeah,
where I see like
people. Yeah. So it's Rich, and he looks kind of angry.
Okay, I'll open the door. Rich, my friend, welcome. Enter. I don't have any tea to give you, but I do have some biscuits left.
Is there any like alcohol visible in the room?
Yes.
Okay,
there is
he
a half
doesn't even
bottle.
say hello to you. He just goes up to the booth, takes that, and sits down at the little table you have. I start drinking like right from the bottle,
Okay.
and then
I
like
close the door and I sit down.
After he's taking
your
a couple
typing
of
is very loud, by the way.
yeah, you really have to mute when you're not talking to you because you're super loud. So after he's taking some like big gulps of that booze, he just looks at you and says, "I've been working my ass off for you this month, trying to mess up your shit, clean up your shit."
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I've worked my ass off to get you where you are.
Yeah, but this was a big one. Like, what the fuck are you doing working with amateurs like that Randall guy?
I shake my head and I say, let's say that it was a pro bono that went wrong.
Yeah, clearly you got like they were so close to connect the like shooting on Staten Island with you because of all that happens this month.
Well, thank you for that. I promise I'll be more careful. That is an actual promise.
Yeah, good. And I don't want you to just show up at the crime scene like that unless you are in like some heavy disguise. Same goes with the police station. They are still looking for someone to like pin everything on.
Okay, I'll be easy. I'll just keep Betsy home and change around
And
the
I-
coat and everything else.
I even sent that Randall guy. I did some. I called him some favors and sent him way up to Roxbury Sanitarium. So he's locked away there for a while. He won't be doing any testimony or something like that against you.
I nod my
Was
head.
having a night at the Roxbury, eh?
Hey.
I nod my head and I say, well, I do owe you one. Feel free to call it in.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right away because I need help with this. You were at the crime scene,
thought
right?
so. Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah. I need help with that. This is.
Well, I do have a couple of professionals that I can work with. And I just like Undertaker and the photographer of very good people, and I think I also have a guy that's into this stuff, very rich type of guy, can help us with resources. You just tell me whatever you have, just give me all you have, and I'll take it over from there.
Yeah, he just puts a case file up on the table.
I take it up and I start.
Yeah. So I'm gonna reveal the handout for you soon for that thing. So the main reason I'm giving this to you is because this guy was my friend, and there's another person missing, one of my fellow detectives, and I don't want you to just find the guy who did this. I want you to kill him.
I nod my head. That's yeah.
Preferably slowly. Like I want him to have felt pain for this. The major problem is that this looks kind of like a mafia killing.
As a what?
Mafia killing, like the mob.
Well, I still have some connections with that. I might be able to track it down. Don't know yet. We'll see how things occur. Killing him will not be a problem. I've had death warrants before. It's not my first one. I most likely did death warrants for him as well.
So, the person is still missing. One of her childhood friends is a PI, and she wants into this as well. And yeah,
one of his
she was
childhood
working with him
friends
before.
is a PI, like this guy's childhood friend. This guy that died.
No, there's another person missing. Nora Lang. She was a fellow detective, and her childhood friend wants to help you investigate this. But I'm not going to tell her about the whole actually killing the people behind it. Would not approve of that.
Not in my head. I'll keep it to myself. I feel like that's something that
She will probably be
know.
showing up at any moment here. I gave her the address.
I nod my head. That's quite smart if I'm going to be working with her.
So I'm going to show you the case file, and right about now, it's knocking on the door, and it's Jill Carter, the person.
Okay. I again check in the slot, see who it is. I ask. I look back at Witch, and I tell her description basically, and ask her, is this the person?
So yeah, let Maltred describe his character. I think it's a good moment for that.
Yeah. I actually have a picture of it. I'll need to go look at it how it looked again. Where is it? There. She has like classic black fedora, makeup, white shirt, tight pants that goes up over the shoulders, and a like up down. I don't know.
Braces.
Yeah.
Right. He's like pants that go up over the shoulders. I was like, what?
Braces.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Those pants go all the way up?
Yeah, all
they
the way.
do. Yeah, they do.
And a typical black trench coat, and like a pen over one of the ears.
Okay, cool. I open the door and I say, "Welcome, Jill. Please join us."
Thank you. And I walk in.
She walks inside. I offer her a chair. I offer her a kinda clean, like grass, and I want some wine.
No thanks.
I nod my head and I pour more to Rich.
So yeah, this is Jill. She will be helping you with this. I want you to gather whatever ragtag team of investigators you used to work with. Like, you will need any... I've smelled something weird about this case, so I know you know people who's into that stuff. And you will also probably need someone who's into guns, like big guns.
I
not
nod
like
my head. I know
small
just a person. And I say, Joe, are you ready to go on a small adventure?
I nod and yeah.
Okay, and I'll just usher. Okay, let's get to work then. I'll usher Rich out. I'll get the Ford T in front. I'll open it up, and then I'm gonna go pick up people. First, I'm gonna pick up.
Rich tells you that you need to give him the case file back as soon as possible because they will probably be missing it at the precinct if it's gone too long.
I say I'll just have it for today. I'll bring it back as soon as I can. I'll drop it by your place tonight.
Good.
I just need to do a good debrief on it.
And don't mess this up, George. I really need you to do this.
I nod my head, and I look at Joe. Get in. Joe, get in the car.
I get in.
And I'll drive, and I'll first pick up Henry because I know where he lives.
Ooh.
Let's get on it! Yay!
Okay. How do you react? You see me in the 40 with Joe, and just with.
Well, I assume you're gonna come and knock on my door or whatever, so you're gonna have to explain.
Oh yeah,
things to me.
if you're not in front, I'm just knocking on the door. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll kind of tidy up a little bit, like if I've got any weird shit lying around or whatever, get all packed away into my side room, and then I'll go and answer the door. Hi, George. It's been a little while. How's it going?
Good. I have a new case.
I figured.
Rich gave us the case that you just saw you there. You're photographing it.
Oh, the Swanson case. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one.
Is there something weird about this?
He nods my head. Maybe a mafia case. Could
Well,
be pretty
there was rope marks. It's Davy Jones's locker. It's nothing new for the mafia. That's fine.
So interested in helping us out with this one?
Sure. Doesn't seem anything crazy, but I can give you guys a hand, as long as the money's good.
Yeah, it is. Rich has been a lot of things, but never greedy.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Get in the house. Where did your Joshua friend live? You brought him. I don't know him.
I'll just give you the address.
Okay.
Where you live is the not crematorium, the whatever it's called, Undertaker's place is your
Funeral
house.
The Undertaker's
Funeral
place.
home. Thank you. That's your
mortuary.
business.
Yeah.
That's your business place at home, right?
Yeah.
An adventure to the mortuary.
So yeah, I'll give you the address for that.
Okay.
Who's your friend here?
Joe, you can make your own introductions.
Oh no, I'm asking before we get into the car.
Oh, private PI, childhood friend of another disappearance. Tied with this case.
Ooh. Okay. Now I see where we're going with this. All right. Are you front or back? Are you in the front? Are you shotgun or what?
I'm setting shotgun.
Okay. I'll get in the back then. I kind of reach over and go, "Hi,
Henry Nichols, how's it going?"
Just
Really
turn
awkward
around
situation.
and grab your hand. Don't you recognize me?
He's gonna reach over and grope you, Maltred. It's the 1920s. It's how he says hello.
Actually,
Are we still doing? I thought the backstory was that was your backstory. I didn't realize we were doing the thing with me recognizing you.
No,
So
that
I'm-
is in my backstory. So.
Oh, okay, that wasn't mentioned at all then. Okay, in that case, I know who that is. Then that's fine.
yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I didn't recognize you from behind, Jill. I'm sorry. How's it going?
I'm good.
Let's go. Let's go find
Okay.
Joseph.
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 We're gonna go, and we're gonna find Joshua.
Do they
Joakim?
find me?
Roll to find Joshua.
Roll
I
to
didn't
find-
mention this. My business actually changes blocks every day.
The crooked funeral home.
I am the opener of ways.
I mean, he's got witches coming to drop off corpses all the time. It's good to change the location every once.
That was a special favor. That only appears at certain times in certain places.
Yeah. When dawn strikes, my door opens.
Come to me.
I just go to the door. You know, like my hand is up here to knock, and then he already opens it. Walk in. I already expected you, or something like that. I was expecting you.
Like as you knock, it like swings open.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you, George.
You knock, and I'm behind you, like. Oh.
You knock for him.
yeah. I like knock for.
I'm like, okay, I just woke up.
And remember, on the door all the time. It's like, where the hell is he? And then Joshua just comes up behind you and knocks in a certain way. That's how you knock to get me.
Yeah.
I just go, hey there, Joshua.
Yeah, by the way, guys, so in this game, stats are like by 1 to 100, and I have 90 size. So that just gives you an idea of how big my guy is. I'm not super buff or anything, but, you know.
90 is actually...
Are you built like a brick house?
No, I'm not built like a brick house. I'm built like a bone house. I'm creepy.
You need to think Lurch from the Addams Family.
Yeah. So what did George knock, or have we done it?
Yes, I knocked.
Just to explain this, 90 is the highest you can roll from the start.
Yeah.
Like, you have to... If you're gonna get any larger, you're gonna have to do that by magical means. He's like as large as
like no human can go bigger than him, basically.
Yeah. He's among the tallest people in the world.
So I don't actually answer the door. What's his name does my
your associate.
My treasurer, my Jewish treasurer, Elijah Hammermeister comes and opens the door.
I'm like, hello there. We're here for Joshua.
Oh, come in.
I enter the house.
He's in the back.
I'm guessing I brought Henry with me. Like I wouldn't leave him in the car. Like
I would have just gone in with you anyway.
Yeah, I leave Joe in the car. Like, you stay here, but I'll take Henry with me.
Okay, yeah, he
fine. I don't like the smell of death. Anyway.
You probably don't deal with Henry very much because he doesn't like other people, like other than me, and so like he sees you, Henry, and he knows you come in every so often. He's like, Henry, you're up to no good. What are you doing here? Hey, I'm watching you, okay?
I can like wave him off, and I'm like, come on, Elijah, we've been over this. I don't talk to you.
He goes back to doing treasury stuff.
Okay, I'm guessing we're going towards where Joshua is.
Yeah, so I'm in the back. I'm preparing a body. Yeah, and I'm dressing it, and looks like I'm repairing the wounds and performing embalming services and things as such. You know, It's probably really disturbing to you guys because he's just flat out naked on the table, and there's a giant man over him, like. I'm probably like preparing his ball sack and like, like shit like that. So
draining the blood, putting
the
embalming fluid in. It's actually an incredibly messy process in the 1920s.
Oh yeah.
Like there's probably a drain on the floor where all the bile and gore and everything is going into. It probably smells to all high heaven.
Well, don't worry. It smells more like bromide in there, so it's a pleasant smell.
Bromide.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I'm just doing that. Well, what brings you?
I actually like barf in my mouth. This is how George kind of reacts the first time, and then like, hey there, Joshua. We hear about a new case.
Are you sure you're not like seizing right now?
That's kind of a fun.
I don't know.
You're now vomiting inside the open corpse.
Oh.
George, it's messy enough in here. Could you please not throw up everywhere?
I got try. Anyway, we're here for a job. It looks like a mob job and would need your expertise.
You need me for a mob job? Why would I have... What expertise do I bring to a mob job, George?
There might
Actually,
be
you know what,
something-
George? I don't want to talk to you. Henry, what's this about?
Correct.
Not projecting, just a bit,
George.
Yaboi, just a bit.
The case file you linked, I'll know all that stuff now, right?
Yeah, I'll just on the way. I basically just read it to you. Like,
Well, I would have known it anyway, probably.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Part
you-
of putting the case file together.
And probably not a good plan to read and drive. Maybe just hand the file.
The car goes that fast. It's cool.
here.
There's just a
Yeah.
shitty keyboard. You can like run that fast.
Running alongside and reading it out.
It is a piece of crap.
Okay, so do I know all of this information, basically?
Yeah, everyone will get a chance to read that. So.
Okay, fair enough. Do I know any extra information? Other than the crime scene?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, fair enough.
But you've probably seen the guy, Alexander Traver, who found the corpse.
Oh, so I've probably seen that guy in what's the word? The word when you have like a little conversation about stuff, like a testimony or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I know Nora Lang?
You probably do.
Okay, so she's still missing.
Yeah, she's still missing.
Okay.
Let's go through the whole case file together.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Well, okay. I'm just gonna tell us.
I'm just assume there will be a scene where you just
We'll
read
talk
through
about
this
it.
thing.
Yeah.
And
I'm basically going to be explaining it to Joseph just now, so that's fine.
So
Okay.
essentially, like a couple of weeks ago, maybe some detective was looking for some like smugglers or whatever, and it looks like things are a little bit creepy. There's a bunch of, they're dumping crates of bottles, but there was no bottles left in the water and stuff like that. Then this guy turns up like 2 days ago on the beach when he's been drowned. Like he's had a bit of a sleeping with the fishes thing.
Wait. Dead bodies? Murder?
That's why we're here. Yeah.
Okay, bring me along. We'll talk about it in the car.
And as we're walking out, I start explaining all the other stuff. Like, so there's this other girl who was with him, and now she's still missing. So she's probably going to turn up pretty soon. She's probably still at the bottom of the ocean. We have to go to the bottom and find all those crates and all that kind of stuff.
I brought so I can't get in the car, by the way, because I'm too big.
They're not out yet before he says that she's probably still sleeping with the
Yeah,
fishes.
like I literally would say, like as we go, and he says that, I would say, you don't want to really mention that too much. The girl in the car is his sister.
No, but we're not
Sorry,
blood related.
sorry,
but we're basically
childhood friends. Yeah, I'll just say sister. That's what George says. Like his sister.
Joshua, is Joshua just leaving the body there? Seems very unprofessional.
Sterile in there. It's fine. You should see that.
So what if a few flies come in there next time?
Yeah.
you just tell the accountant's guy to take over, and he'll be super excited.
Yeah. So I'm like, Elijah, it looks like I have to go do things again, take over again. And Elijah's like, he clicks his heels. He's like, well, see, he kind of is like pushing me out. Like, it was, I'll take care of it here. Like,
Elijah may be my favorite character so far. Can we have more Elijah? He's like a real go-getter.
Yeah. And so I can't come with you guys in your car, so I'll follow along.
I nod my head and I just say, we have to pick up another friend of mine. I look at Henry. We also will need somebody that deals in information. Library, maybe museum, something like that. If you guys know anybody, that'd be a good addition to the party.
I have some people for you to ask out back.
What kind of information are we looking for here, George?
Well, current information, as well as we might have some need of weird information. As you said, something smells fishy, and none of us is that versed into the occult.
Oh, well, I actually...
Yeah, well, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't
you're-
expect
I'm not
you
saying
to
anything.
be like, I wouldn't expect you to be, even if you are.
Okay, so I'm trying to work out how to word this because I don't know Yujoon's character, do I? Like I went
We
to
can
Henry
just
Adler.
flashback and do the scene where you hand him the book, if
Okay,
you want to.
flashback.
Yeah, we
Henry
could.
and Thomas.
Well, I mean, I'm the museum curator, so it's not necessary that he would hand me the book so much as I would be aware of the project of the people translating the book.
Right. So what seems more likely is I went to Henry. Henry took me. Herman. Herman took me to
maybe
whoever is there who works for it, and
Thomas
you would be aware.
was just there whenever, like, when you brought in, because you said the initial scene. The initial scene you planned out was Thomas to be in the same room as Henry. We just have them there, and Henry comes in with the book.
Yeah, I mean, I would be in charge of acquisitions and stuff like that, so it wouldn't be weird for Thomas to be there when the book is brought in.
Yes, yes.
And Thomas does have an interest in weird things.
That's what I was gonna say. It seems more likely that you're at the museum rather than at Herman's place, because I wouldn't explain all this at Herman's place with someone else there that I know.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go to Herman, he then says, I know a guy who can work on that kind of stuff in the museum. We go there, and Thomas becomes aware of it, maybe comes down to see what the project is. Maybe the second time I go in or something like that, he comes in and is like, oh, I wanted to see what it was you were handing in. It's a very interesting book and whatever.
Well, aren't you fucking filthy rich Chriz's character?
Thomas?
Yeah, Reese.
Reese, yeah.
So, filthy rich people deal with, like, filthy rich things. So, maybe
he doesn't. I'm literally going to get him right now. I don't think we need a hook for that. Like,
no.
Literally going to go with a car, like, right after this, as I'm asking people to do we have
Yujoon's character is probably the hardest one too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like super rich, but I'm more of like, I mean, like, more about acquiring things. You know what I mean? Like, if you need something brought in the country, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I can provide. Like, you guys need weapons for this, right?
Yeah. Like we were literally told that we need. Also, George has an ulterior motive. You know, he knows you like to deal into weird things, and he's basically just trying to like pull out a favor with you by bringing you into this, and maybe just work it into
my money is just like burning a hole in my pocket. I'm just bored all the time, and I want to do this. I want to get into some freaky shit.
Gun smuggling isn't exciting enough for you. Like
it's gotten dull. You know what I mean? I pay off the mob now, right? They deal with the police and everything. I got somebody dealing with the business, minding the storefront. You know, I had a friend who turned up dead, and you guys are talking about some supernatural shit, which I don't believe in. You know?
I mean, so dealing with golden tickets just wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
exactly.
If Reese is rich and bored, it is entirely possible that he also would have come to the museum looking for curios.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Or it's kind of like he could own like a rare candy machine or something
that I've been trying to acquire for the museum.
I think he's a good link, actually. Like.
And you know, I've got a phone in my penthouse apartment. We got a phone at the store, so you can reach me. And I've got business cards out there. So. Well,
no, but that would be a pretty good hook to get my character in if they get Rich first, and then Rich is like, "Hey, I've got that thing you want for your museum. If you come and help us out."
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, we can just fast forward to me picking up Reese and asking him the same question, like, "Do you have anybody that deals into information? Museum, library, we need somebody like that in the team."
Yay, metagaming.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A bit, but
that's how you bring in your characters. Like that's the
if we're bringing people in, it's fine.
Yeah. I bring things into the country all the time. I work with these museum folks all the time, private collectors. I've got a guy.
I nod my head. Well, we're gonna meet up at my hideout. I give you the address. Don't bring the Bentley. It'd be a bit too much for that part of town.
As I follow you guys in a hearse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like hearses, I'm very close to.
That's fine.
My warehouse is in the close to the Harlem district.
Okay. Well, I'll have to buy another car, but I'm sure we can.
Whatever.
I mean, our car is a 4-seater, or you can go with Joshua's character in the same car. You don't need to buy another car, but if you want to, I mean, it's your money.
I just realized that like none of us have ridden in a car with Joshua because he always takes his horse on his own. I've got this really great image of him like sitting down, being all like, yes, and then starting up the car and going, making my way downtown.
Absolutely.
Oh man. All right. No. I think about it for a while, and I'm gonna hop in with you. I tell Godiva to mind the store. She's the one who runs the store.
Godiva? That's awesome. Get it.
She also...
You get it.
Did you make her change her name to run the store?
Oh God. All right, yeah. So we're riding. I guess I'll give. Or
are you in theirs?
I'll ride in your car. That's cool.
Well, okay. I'm just want to know. Okay.
All right. Before then, yeah, I give Thomas a call and
I'll
let him know.
I'll introduce you to everybody as we kind of just meet up. I'm guessing they're not waiting in the car, and just introduce you to Henry, to Jill, and to Joshua, and then we go on.
Okay, yeah. If you come into my car, like, it's kind of like where, you know, shoulder length and like chest length are just giant, and then I have kind of like a smaller torso. So when I'm sitting, I'm probably right next to you. Like you're it's cramped. It is
Okay.
It's cramped. It's not what you're used to.
I was in the Marines,
And, I'm definitely playing some awkward dash radio music that's making you uncomfortable and humming along.
all right.
And kind of like, you know, I'm probably like do a little dance a little bit here and there. And when my shoulders move, you're totally like having to get pushed against the side when my right shoulder like is moving into you. And yeah, so that's the
how
car
you
ride.
got pregnant.
All right. Awesome. I'm just enjoying the ride then. You know, I don't get much intimacy.
Yeah, this is very intimate. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess we'll go pick up Tomas, or if you have a phone, Reese, I say just call him and give him the address.
Well, they don't have the cellular phones lit yet, but yeah, I called them up before and exchange all the proper information.
It should be noted that unless your base is in walking distance, Thomas can't get there.
You don't have a car?
I do not have a car.
Okay, then we'll drive. If Chris, like if Reese knows this,
I could send Bruce to pick him up.
It's quite easy to get around in New York anyway because there are cabs. Everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know where their base is.
Yeah,
I have space in the back of my hearse.
You know what? I'll send my driver just because otherwise he's just gonna be sitting on his ass.
I nod my head.
Let him earn his keep. Yeah, I call Thomas and I let him know that my car will be picking him up shortly.
Okay, and I guess we all meet back at my hideout.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll just like set out the table. I'll bring in. Can I have like a pin table? You know the police pin tables? We just like pin stuff into it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So
Like
I put the table in front of him. I arrange the chairs like in a semicircle so they're facing me. I bring up the clipboard and I start pinning, like just take out the case file and I start reading it. Surveillance reports. Signed, Detective Martin Swanson. This is the man who was killed. Saturday. Do you mind if I read it? Do we want to go through it right now?
You can go through it. It's up to you. Like you can choose how you want to approach this case file.
Yeah, this is how I'm just gonna read it out to everybody, and then we'll see. So Saturday, July 2nd, 1921. Location: Fire Island. 1:47 a.m. A white fishing boat appeared from the east. They laid anchor outside the 3-mile limit, international waters. It was fully loaded with large crates, many of them branded PIMS No. 1. With the help of the moonlight, I could make out the boat's name, Nerima. 154. Go on.
Just a comment here. Reese, you probably know that name if you have been on the boat when they are smuggling things from Canada.
What was the name of the boat?
Nerina. There's a handout in Roll20 that has...
Oh, there's a handout. Okay, great.
Press show to all players, Joakim.
Oh, yeah.
And then everybody will see it.
I think it was already shown.
Don't know.
I don't think I did it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was shown.
Should be now.
I had it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Can I continue on?
Yeah, I make a note that I've seen the Narina.
1:54 a.m. A lot of movement on deck. They are dumping the crates into the water on the other side of the boat. 2:11 a.m. Most of the crates had disappeared from the boat. No crates or bottles could be seen in the water, and no other boats were nearby.
I knew I should have been a diver.
2:27 a.m. last entry. They heaved the anchor and drove back to the east. This is the surveillance report, and now I'm going to read out the missing person case, signed by Richard Weber.
That's Rich.
Yeah. Monday, July 11th, 1921. My fellow detectives Martin Swanson and Noah Rang went to Fire Island 2 days ago to further investigate the rum runner, Nerina. They have not returned. There are photographs of the missing people attached in this case file. I take the 2 photographs and I pin them on the clipboard.
Yeah.
I take small pieces of paper, write their names, pin them above. Wednesday, June 13th, 1921. Martin Swanson was found dead on Long Beach this morning by Alexander Trevor, a fisherman living in Long Beach Village. Is there a picture of Alexander Trevor here?
No, but his address is there, like contact information.
Write it down, pin it up.
Yep.
A coroner's report with pictures is attached to this case file. The coroner's report states that the cause of death was drowning. There are minor lacerations around the arms and a large laceration over the face. This indicates that the victim struggled. There are rope marks on the wrists, feet, and throat. Take like pictures and everything, like write little quips or captions underneath them and just pin them on the clipboard. I look at Henry after I have this all set up and I say, take a picture of this. I'll need to send all of this back tonight. Now,
wait, you want a picture of
the clipboard? Like this is all the information we have, but I need to send it back tonight.
Like I'll have
you can just copy it the best.
Yeah, like I'll have a copy of all the
down
stuff. All the pictures were mine. I can just give you another copy of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just nod my head. So that's good.
I totally took all these on notes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I look at everybody else and I say, questions, anybody?
Not to be a spoil sport, but I don't quite understand why you need me here. This doesn't seem to involve any kind of artifacts or any kind of need for historical basis. It does kind of look like that man has just been murdered.
I look at Tomas and I say, the last cases never seemed to have anything related to the occult, but they've all been related to the occult. We need your help because most likely there's going to be something strange in this case, and I look at you and I say, I think you might have some information, a lot of information we do not possess. When Rich told me that there's something weird about this case, he can't quite put his finger on it. That's what the last 2 cases were about, and
we do still have a missing person as well.
Well, I'll provide assistance I can. Chriz, what's your character's last name?
Anderson. Reese, the Candyman Anderson.
All right.
Fucking WWE, we have an Undertaker and the Candyman.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Mr. I'm not going to call you the Candyman. Moving on.
Gotcha.
has been a great contributor to the museum and has promised future support if I come to assist. So I will attempt to do whatever I can, though I cannot promise much.
Thomas, it's fine. It's fine. I have these people. They stumble onto all kinds of interesting things, and I just want to have you nearby when we uncover something. Trust me, you're going to want to be a part of it. I think the question here is, what's up with this PIM 90 number 1? I do a bit of moving around, and I think I can kind of maybe put some feelers out, call a contact of mine, see if we can get any information about this Nerina, because I've seen that thing on the water.
I take out.
You can actually make a, let's see, for recalling things like.
Isn't it an intelligence?
Remembering things. I think it's intelligence or education.
I'll just take out some big captions and say, this is what we need to look into. I'll write down Nerima, PIM numbers 1, What else do we have here? Richard Weber, priority. Like, I'm just gonna put, like, missing person should be our priority right now. He might still be alive.
Missing person's Nora Lang. Rich is your friend.
Sorry, what? No,
the missing person is Nora Lang.
Yeah,
Rich is your friend.
Missing person Nora Lang, priority. She might still be alive.
Already up here.
Yeah.
So, what do you think would be more appropriate to recall any facts about the?
I think it's education.
Education. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's give it a shot.
That's a bit high.
Yeah.
You can use luck on that, by the way. If you want to make it happen.
Is it really worth it?
It's not really worth it.
No, it's not. You know what? I thought I remembered something about it, but you know what? I'm gonna have to.
You know that you've seen the boat, but you don't have all the details about.
Do you know where he saw the boat?
When he was smuggling things from Canada.
What kind
but
of
like like a geographical location? Is it just on that path or?
Yeah, on that. Like,
okay.
Between Canada and New York.
Okay.
What kind of boat is it?
A fishing boat, right? Yep.
Like a very large fishing boat.
Is it like old? Does it?
Yeah, it looks.
It's one of. I'm guessing it's one of these fishing boats that has just been tricked out with compartments to smuggle things.
It's
I got
a common thing to do. They just rip everything out that's not related to smuggling, like taking out all the fishing equipment, stuff like that, and make as much room as possible for.
I look at Reese and I say, I think me and Reese can take on Nerman Pims. Number one, I think Jill will run here, and Henry should look into Noah Lang. Joshua?
If this was just a patriarchal reenactment of the Boston Tea Party, maybe we're overthinking this. The boat may not even be related.
The boat might not even be related, but at the same time, we can't afford to leave any traces unchecked.
The surveillance report doesn't mention anyone being dressed up in particularly empirical style outfits.
I have known Nora since childhood, right? So.
Yeah, as I say, that's why I Jill. You should go on with Henry and investigate Nora Lang. Joshua and Thomas, I'll leave it to you to decide where your skills are best used.
Do you mean investigate her, like find out where?
Like find out where she was, what she was investigating.
Yeah.
Where she was last
Doesn't Jill just know that?
I was gonna ask Joakim, since I've known her since childhood, that if she was alive, how would she show a sign that she was alive? How would she show it?
I don't know, like.
I mean, they were both detectives, so it would be pretty cool.
I think. What? If
I was thinking like they're both detectives, maybe childhood friends, so they share the same dreams of becoming detectives. So maybe they have some kind of like secret language, signs and stuff like that.
If I was getting like kidnapped or whatever, I wouldn't have any idea to be like I'm alive. Like I wouldn't have any idea I would do that.
You might have some like. Or something. You might have some kind of secret code you send to each other in mail or whatever. That you might have the same book and you just send book ciphers to each other. To, do messages that way, something like that.
What I was going to say was more just that you'll know what she was working on and everything like that.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
Well, by the way, this is like the abridged version of the case file because I didn't want to write every single detail.
No problem. Like this is me. Like I've read it.
So if you have any questions about it, just go ahead and ask.
Well, do we know what Nora Lang was working on?
Both of them
on this case.
Both of them went
game. Is anybody taking notes of this?
To Fire Island.
Yeah, I got it all.
Perfect. Good.
Just as a question. If they were investigating Fire Island, why don't we go to Fire Island and try to find the people they were investigating?
That's a good place to start.
The riskiest museum curator I've ever met.
It is a dangerous business.
They were investigating the boat, right? They were looking into.
They're smuggling.
Do they know where the boat docks?
Yeah, like there seems to be the location is noted on the surveillance report. So
I put it up on the clipboard.
Joakim, do you think it would be possible for me to could I contact one of my my mob connections, because, you know, they deal with a lot of other bootleggers and stuff, and see if, like, you know, I can ask my guy if he can just has any information about Pims #1 or Narina recently. Anything that could lead us, give us any sort of information as where do we could go next.
Martin Swanson.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
I will mention that Martin Swanson seems to have been a mafia job, so I look at around the table if anybody has any mob connections. It'd be a good source of information. We're not looking to find out exactly who did it now, just now. That'd be a bit suspicious. Just if it was a mafia job.
Right. Yeah, I can have my people look into it. You don't happen to have a phone here, do you?
I nod my head. I do have a phone, actually, and I take out. So basically, there's a toaster, like in a corner of the table. Not this table, like another table in the corner where I keep my fridge and
secret agent George.
And I just take out. I just like raise up the toaster, and there's actually a phone there, and the toaster's fake.
All right, it's cool. I just call up the store and I just have my contacts just be like, I need to have a meeting set up with our friend. You know, I don't get into any of their businesses, but I just let them know who we're talking about. You know, she knows what I'm talking about. And if we need to get out to Fire Island, you know, I've got a boat. We could definitely head out there, but you know, maybe maybe we can see if we pick up a little bit more information first, rather than just sailing out there and trying to sail around an island and
George, did he say I could
God
look
knows
at
what
the body?
Sorry, I look at Joshua. What did you say, Joshua?
The body. Can I take a look at the body?
I look at him. I shake my head. I don't think that's going to be possible. But we do have this that you can look at too, and I give you like the full coroner's report.
If it really,
I could maybe get you into the body.
Henry might have a better connection to get you inside. I might not be able to.
Yes, I don't trust coroners on this sort of thing. I would like to take a first-hand look.
Well, I think we have a good idea of where everyone's doing. I think Reese over on here can look into the connections with the mob. Joshua and Henry will look into the body. Jill over on here is going to look into Nora. Thomas, would you like to accompany me and Jill and check out Fire Island and the location of this ship?
Are you sure you want to go to Fire Island alone?
Well,
should
the three
we
of us.
maybe do some, well, you know, without the rest of the group?
Well, we could just scout out the whole situation. We don't need to get involved into anything. But I think it's a lot better if we investigate all leads faster and find out what's going on so we have an idea of what's actually going on.
While we're going out to Fire Island, we could also stop where they had dropped the crates, see if there's anything to see there.
I wouldn't recommend it.
The Fire Island was the place where they dropped the crates.
Oh,
well, they dropped them off the coast.
Really not. I would
Fire
recommend
Island.
against that course of action.
I look at Joshua.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, George, I'm sure you know about the world now. There's things in the water, quite frankly.
We're not gonna go and start skinning
Look at people and like.
We're gonna look
Yeah,
around.
yeah, oh yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Yeah,
Gonna
there's
look
fish in the water.
around. Anyway, we have our assignments. We can meet here in a day or two whenever you have new information. I basically give out, I just take out a couple of like 5 keys that I have for the hideout.
You just have.
I have this extra, I have about 20 extra keys to the place.
He has a key cutter in the corner.
Yeah. I just like give them to
He's a
everybody.
secret agent. He's got keys everywhere.
Yeah, I just keys in my butt. There's a key in the other toaster. There's like another photo keys. Tell me if you want me to stop and not. You don't have this actually. Just tell me that, and it's okay.
It's cool. You can have that, but it's kind of weird.
It's definitely kind of weird.
Give anybody. Of course, George is weird. I mean,
Yeah.
anything new?
Super secret hideout with tons of keys to get into it. He's preparing.
I'm preparing. Yeah, I'll give a key to everybody, and I say, come here, leave your findings. If there's nobody here, just wait. We'll be here soon after we finish all our assignments. if you don't hear from one of us for a day or two, assume something bad happened.
What?
I was about to say that's gonna be so sad if only one of us ever comes back. Just sit here and wait.
Don't worry. Well, I'll take care of your bodies, so at least have some comfort in that.
I'm not.
You ain't
terribly
touching my
comfortable
body.
in the direction that this is going. I do have a girlfriend and a job that I have to do.
Well, Thomas, put it like this: we're not gonna get in danger on purpose, but these things usually attract danger with themselves.
Oh, yes, quite.
Stop, drop, and roll.
No, this is awkward. But if I'm to take leave from my job, I will need some form of compensation to.
Yes, I completely forgot about this. So Rich Weber is going to be sponsoring this endeavor, to put it like that. Every one of you will get a share.
All right then. Well, to Fire Island we go, I suppose.
Better not let Elijah know about that.
Anyway, let's go. And I think now is the time to take our second break.
Perfect timing for that. Yep.
Here we go. 3-5 minutes, and we'll come back with the third hour of It Has Tentacles.
Tentacles!